Hello and welcome back to Sit and Chat. I'm Whyte.
I'm Jamie Allan.
Well, Jamie, this is the day. It's since episode 7 we've been waiting for this moment, haven't we?
You have mainly.
No, are you that unconfident? I mean, I know what we've just figured out just before this, but are you that unconfident?
I'm a bit. Aye.
Okay. I think after what we saw, which we'll get into later, I'm confident. So for those of you that are either new or you don't know what me and Jamie are talking about, back at the very start when we came up with this podcast, I came up with the idea that we're going to do a prediction show. And between me and Jamie, we came up with the idea that throughout the year, we're basically going to keep a points tally because throughout our lives, me and Jamie have disagreed with a lot of football, shall we say. Jamie, the 7th episode, proclaimed himself to be the optimist, whereas I'm the pessimist. I think that's...
The wanker.
Well, we'll see if the wanker has the money by then.
The basic bitch, as they say.
And we've always argued, always try to say, who's right, who's wrong. We thought, right, fuck it, this is going to settle, who has the most knowledge, alright, until probably next year when we do exactly the same again.
Most likely.
Or, maybe even a World Cup.
Well, I was just going to say that, maybe even a World Cup.
Oh, cheeky.
Who knows? But pretty much if you're not interested in football...
Probably don't watch, but...
Well, not watch, but...
Yeah, watch, please.
Might get you interested. I think you said that the first time, to be fair.
Yeah, you said that it might get us interested. And I think it's very right, you get to see, I did actually have people after that podcast sort of say, I've got no interest in football, but it was kind of it was nice to hear people giving their opinions and give more of an insight into something I didn't know about.
It sparks a passion that a lot of people have, but...
In particular, me and you.
Aye.
It's our main hobby.
Aye, we are very passionate about it.
Yeah, so the idea being that at the start of the season, so when we came off the podcast, we said, right, we're going to do an episode where we see who has a better football brain, basically. So we created this system, so it was split up into 4 different categories, sorry. So we had final league standings, which on episode 7, by the way, we made all our predictions then. It was 3 days before the Premier League season started, so we did it before any games at hand. So we did Premier League table, what we predicted would be our final Premier League table. Then we had top goal scorer, then we had top assists, and finally then we had a points system where every single week that we managed to make it onto podcast, we basically kept a tally score, which you can see here, being on what we thought the on results. So whenever the fixtures would come out for that week, me and Jamie would predict either if someone's going to win or someone's going to draw, and if we were correct, we added them up on the board. Now, me and Jamie at this point don't know who's won, I can promise you that. We have an idea on who we think it's going to be, but we don't actually know yet, to be fair. And put it this way, just before I turned on this camera, I was listening back to episode 7 to find out all our predictions, so we're ready for this podcast. And put it this way, we made some really good ones. We also made some fucking horrendous predictions.
Aye. It's always going to happen though.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the table. We're going to compare to what we said last time, and Jamie, we're going to say what actually happened. The rules for the Premier League table were that if you got 5 points if the team that you bet to be in that place actually finished in that place, and you got 2 points if that team was 1 place away either way. So if you were 1 place higher or 1 place lower, because we agreed it's quite difficult to get exact, especially for the mid-table teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's so interchangeable. I mean, most 10th place teams that finished this year were only 10 or 5 points away from relegation.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the table first, and whilst we're doing this, Jamie, if you wouldn't mind, since the pen's closer to you, sort of above Lewis, we'll write up our scores, and then come the end we'll add them up finally, okay?
Right.
So Jamie, do you have the Premier League table?
In front of me, yeah.
Right, can you tell the audience who finished 20th?
Oh, good
We'll
start.
go bottom
Start for the bottom.
Starting from the bottom, up coming up to the top.
It was West Bromwich Albion.
Now, none of us put West Brom bottom,
We did not.
so we got no points there.
I recall.
West Brom were very poor this season. I won't get into it, but we predicted them to sort of just have a steady season, you know, nothing amazing, just play boring casual football that'll keep them safe. And well, it went on from the start, didn't it?
Very much so. I think.
They got rid of Pulis, they got, what's his name, Pardew, who was a terrible appointment.
I think it was a change of managers, like constant change of managers, as well as they were playing poor football. The tactics weren't working, and they didn't know how to change it. Then the new appointment came in. It was Pardew.
It went even worse.
Just tits up. Nobody was really playing well for them.
Nah, they didn't have one player that was a standout performer, did they? Even Johnny Evans, who was solid the previous season, didn't really step up to the mantle this year.
But the thing is, towards the end of the season, they were playing very well. When what's his name?
Dan
Moore,
Moore,
right with that.
big Jamaican man who
He came in and, you know what?
got a win against Man United and draw against Liverpool. You know, he did well. You know,
He gained about 8 points, 9 points. Maybe just
yeah. No. I did hear they got exactly a third of their previous points. You know, which for a short time, and that was his first job. You know, it's impressive.
And see, at the end of the day, they were only 5 points away from staying up. So.
Before we go any further, I've just realised didn't actually Stoke finish bottom.
No.
The West Brom finished bottom. They beat Swansea last year. Sorry, I forgot about that.
West Brom finished 20th.
But honestly, like, you know,
probably the worst season you'll ever see for West Brom. I think they'll all come back and they'll be better.
I think they will.
I hope they appoint Darren as
yeah, no, I think it's fully earned it, and like people are saying like it's a risk, but yeah, do you know what? Like, I think the boys proved themselves, and like, I don't think they'll do like a Sunderland when they'll drop straight there. Yeah, I think they've got enough safety. They're by no means the worst Premier League team ever to be in the Prem.
Not so. No.
Right. So our 20th places.
Yes.
Well, I had a decliner on the first one, so to speak. We won't say where should we say where these teams actually...
No, just say where they are.
We'll just say that we're off, but you, Jabba, predicted in 20th place do you remember?
No.
You predicted Swansea City.
Right.
Which at the time I thought was I didn't think it was too much of a gamble, but I thought it was a wee bit of a gamble to predict bottom. And right, let's move on. So Jamie, who's
No. Just tell them, go.
I predicted Burnley to finish in 20th.
Oh dear Lord.
But
we're not going to spoil where Burnley.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But
just say it was
Burnley
very far away.
Right. Can I just point out though, yeah?
Feel free.
At the time when Burnley did this, I thought they did pretty mediocre in their first year back up when they came back up. And the previous time they were up before that, they got relegated. I didn't think they had the firepower to stay up. The top person that they bought, like the most expensive person they bought up until the point where we did the podcast was Jonathan Woodgate at 3 million. Yes, and they brought Chris Wood a wee bit later for like over 10, but at the time Jonathan Woodgate was Jonathan Walters, was the most expensive signing.
From Stoke.
That to me like sound like alarm bells.
The thing is,
I
had faith in Sean Dyche for the minute.
Oh no, I think he was a good manager. It's just I didn't think they spent enough, and I don't think they did enough the previous year for me to warrant them saying like they were going.
It goes
higher.
back to the whole Leicester situation, and they never spent a lot in what they achieved.
True.
Maybe a one-season wonder, right? But the point is, they achieved it with very little spending.
Now I will admit I made a massive cock up on that.
We'll tell you where Burnley finished.
But honestly though, like at the time though, didn't you think it was a reasonable-ish prediction from myself?
Nah, because I knew they were going to stay up.
Did you?
I did. I knew they were going to stay up. I probably fucked it then, but I definitely knew they were going to stay up. Just something gave me the feeling at the start of the season. I was like, Burnley probably will stay up.
You need to. I'm not spoiling something here, but you need to stop talking out because you're embarrassing
No,
yourself.
because I think I shut out. See when you said Burnley, or we accumulated Burnley being at the bottom. I feel like I shut out in them being high up in the table, and I went with a similar prediction to you.
Yeah.
But we'll move to 19th spot.
So 19th, who actually finished 19th?
Stoke City.
Stoke was another team that we both got quite badly wrong.
I am so fucking glad they're away though.
Yeah, no, I mean like they're nothing special.
I strongly dislike them, especially for what they did to Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean I like how Stoke tried to move away from their image of playing shite football, and they tried. And I think Mark Hughes, like, don't get me wrong, he's not the best manager in the world, but I think he tries, and I think I think he showed with Southampton that he can, do an okay job. No, I'm not saying amazing, but he can do an okay job.
Yeah.
Stoke just did too poorly. Their big names didn't perform. I think Peter Crouch once again was like their second top goal scorer or something.
Was he not top?
It might have even been top.
Yeah.
Like,
And Shardan Shaqiri,
he's been wank since.
He was pash whole season.
Right.
But right, so who do we put in 19th then?
You put Crystal Palace, and you did fully admit, to be fair, on the podcast when we were going back, that you thought that Crystal Palace, the only reason you put them there was because
They wanted it.
Aye.
The truth be told is I knew they were going to finish mid-table, but I was hoping that my prediction would come true. Because
I'm like you, I hate Crystal Palace with a passion.
With a passion.
And see when they got Roy Hodgson in
comes-
as well, I hope they got relegated even more.
Who?
When they got Roy Hodgson as manager, I hope they
yeah.
got relegated even more because I just dislike them.
There's only one good thing that comes for Crystal Palace, and it's watching Wilfred Zaha play football.
So we'll give away like a spoiler right now, yeah. Like none of the promoted teams actually went down this year, which is, I think it's only ever happened once before where none of the promoted teams are going down.
Yeah.
No, Huddersfield, like they didn't do anything amazing, but they did what they had to do and survive, which, fair credit to them. Move on. I don't think I was too bad for predicting.
No, you weren't. I knew you were going to be quite close with it, to be fair, at the start. But so I put
Crystal Palace were like you went, especially at the start of the season that they had. You would have thought you were going to be right.
that's it.
So 18th. Do you remember who you picked, Jamie?
I do actually. Yeah.
Who did you pick, Jamie?
I put Burnley.
Yeah, so not as bad as mine. I can't slag you for it.
I was wrong with it though.
Oh, sorry. Who finished 18th in France?
Swansea.
Yeah.
Swansea.
And
that was very close. I knew they were going to get relegated. I felt like they were going to get relegated.
do you know what the thing was, of which I remember? We made our predictions, yeah, and then literally like either 3 days later or a day later or something, they signed Renato Sanchez and Wilfred Bodie. And see, when I tell you about my prediction for them, I thought then, immediately they're going to be safe now. But I'm glad our predictions came when they did, because Jamie, if you want to add the first points to the board.
Wait, bear with me. Where did I say Swansea were going to finish?
Bottom.
Bastard, right, carry on.
So, first points, Jamie.
Yeah.
If you just want to put an L and a J, I have now got, I think the rules were, 5 points for the correct place. So, Swansea I put for 18th as well.
You put 18 for Swansea?
Yeah, good.
Fair play. 5.
Yeah, 5. First points on the board, lads. 5. 5 points for Swansea. See if we did our predictions a few days later, I wouldn't have put them there. So I got kind of lucky with that. They fully deserve to go down. They were the lowest scoring team of the year. I also think they got the most losses as well of the year. And the Swansea of old, when Rodgers and Laudrup were there playing tiki-taka as well, I'm sure he did. And but to be fair, I hope they come back. I like Swansea when they're playing like that.
Wankers.
17th, who finished 17th?
Southampton.
So, another team that we made grave errors on, shall we say.
You were never a fun team though.
Yeah, like Southampton just had a really poor time. I think it's finally caught up with them, like, their sign of, like, one level, like, the players that they let go to usually your Liverpool's, and then they always sort of replace them with, like, the next step down. I think it's happened now too often where I think it's, like, really nearly fucked them up. Like, I mean, they're so close to going down, their team shouldn't be going down. It's, yeah, they like really struggled to score this season. I think their top goal scorer only had like 5 or 6, you know.
Well, like you say that, their goals for was 37.
Yeah, but if you, it's still not that good though. Like you had
talking Brighton, Newcastle, all lower goals in them.
True, but like their defence didn't help them. The losing Van Dijk could have helped, but
of course. Well,
but Shane Long scored 2 goals for them this year. Charlie Austin I think got like 5, but he was injured for like 80% of the season, and Gabbiadini got 2 as well. Like
he's a big signing as well.
Yeah, no, that's disgraceful. I mean, I think it's just an unlucky step. I think they'll realise from their mistakes. Remember as well, they fired the boy at Leicester for getting them 8th last year. Well, 2 years ago now, and you know.
Well.
Nearly
so
went
who did
against.
that put as 17th?
So you put Huddersfield for 17th. Is that them? Is that them one place off?
Yes.
Yeah. So you've got 2 points now.
Who did you put?
I put Brighton. I thought Brighton. I predicted Davy Proper to be their best player. It was Pascal Gross, so that like stole the show.
Season.
Yeah, without him they would have gone down.
Great season.
Chris Hughton did a pretty good job
Best
keeping
player
him.
of the season by far.
Chris Hughton did well to keep him up, like, and I think, well, spoiler, we'll probably be doing a team this season. I might actually make a shout for Pascal Gross to actually make it in there.
Right, so that was 17th. Now I've took 2 points in because on the next places is where I've put one of my teams and I was one away. So 16th place.
Yeah.
Is Huddersfield that finished there.
Yeah.
So I was within one space of where I predicted them to finish, therefore I've got 2 points.
Huddersfield did a good job. Did a good job to survive.
I'm not going to lie, I thought Huddersfield, to be honest, were going to be higher in the table.
Really?
Than what Brighton were. I'll go on if I put that and whatnot. I think after we made the predictions and all the signings were done, I felt like Huddersfield were going to be a team to remember in their first season.
They were just very average. They were spectacular.
They played some good football at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, they predicted like attacking football, and to be fair, they did it, and they kept up from it, and that's impressive. But
very low scoring season, but a good season nonetheless. Defensively, they were.
Yeah,
pretty decent.
One player I'm glad about is during the 7th podcast we were doing this, we predicted Tom Ince to have like a banger this season, and they didn't score like his first goal until like April or something.
I know.
So we were wrong about him, but the team collectively did enough to stay up.
You were going on about how Davy Proper and stuff. I'm going to put Aaron Whyte. Definitely, like, was a big part of them staying up as well.
Yeah.
The Portrait as well, their striker, got a lot of good hold up play, a lot of good goals, a lot of good assists. But Aaron Whyte was a midfield G. Like it was just an injury, like you said.
Yeah, it's probably the same with Pascal Gross. Without Moy, they might have definitely gone down. And he also didn't have the season that Gross had.
No, of course not. But it was very good, very solid. Right, so in 16th place, then you put.
I put Newcastle.
Right.
Who did
I put real quick?
Sorry, you put Brighton for 16th. Who finished 16th?
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield. So you got your 2 points right for Huddersfield. Wait, did you get 2 points out for Brighton?
Brighton as well.
Oh, right, okay.
We'll come to that in a minute. But what were you going to say about Huddersfield there?
No, it's Newcastle's going to talk about now.
Okay, go for it.
So, fucking hell, I've got confused now with this.
Right, so
We talked about 17th last year, right?
right, so 16th was Huddersfield, right?
Yeah, so we just talked about Brian, we mentioned why they did well.
Exactly.
16th, so Newcastle.
Is who you predicted.
Yeah, who did you predict as your 16th? Sorry.
I predicted you wouldn't have predicted.
Well, who was 16th?
Huddersfield.
Yeah, right, okay, so Huddersfield did well. And you were obviously one away for that, and you were one away for the Brian, so you didn't do too bad. The Newcastle for me, I had faith in Rafa keeping them up. I really didn't rate their squad. I thought their squad was championship, but I thought his Rafa's tactics and his ability to get the best out of lesser players, like he did with Liverpool in 05, would come through, and I think it definitely proved it because they're a lot higher.
Well, I will come in that.
So yeah, no, good season for Newcastle, kind of close to what I predicted. 15th, who finished 15th?
Brighton, Hove Albion.
Right. Yeah, talked about Brighton, did well.
Indeed.
You predicted West Ham.
Right.
Is there any points? Or,
No.
Okay. I know it's quite bad, but I don't actually know the table until I knew the bottom three and I know like the top 8, but in between I don't know.
I knew the top 10 and then missed the middle part, but who did? I predicted West Ham.
West Ham had. Well,
surprisingly,
yeah, I mean they were pretty. It looked like it probably 2 points were good being relegated, and they're very lucky they weren't as such. I think at times, but you know, fair play to Moyes, came in, did just enough to keep it, and has either been sacked or left. I can't remember which one it was.
You see, the thing I've got on West Ham, right, is pretty much you're saying they had a good season.
Well, no, they didn't have a good they had a pretty woeful season, but like they did enough to.
They've done enough, most certainly. But the big names weren't really.
No, I predicted like their bigger stars, your Hernandez's, you and me both agreed when we did the podcast, so that we sort of said like West Ham are one of the worst run clubs, and I definitely agree with that even more now than
Still to this day, yeah.
But I thought their signs would at least do them well enough, like another 2 years, but clearly they need another overall again. Arnautovic has been good for them, but
that's about it.
Pretty much, yeah. Like Hernandez didn't really bag the goals that you'd expect him to. Clearly, age or just a lack of services really hindered him in this year.
Right, so so that was 15th.
Yeah, I haven't said my 15th.
No, that's what I asked. So who was your 15th?
Was Watford.
Right, okay.
How many points did I get for that?
2.
Right, okay, so 1 away.
Nice. So you predicted Watford. Right, we'll move on to that then, because in 14th place.
I mean, can we just talk about Watford for a bit? Because like I started
anyway, because they finished there.
Yeah, was there?
We're about to talk about it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because in 14th place was Watford, who Liam predicted at 15th was 1 away.
So 2 points.
So 14th, Watford.
And you.
I predicted at 14th.
You predicted Leicester at 14th.
And you predicted who at 14th?
Crystal Palace.
Right, okay.
So Watford firstly, they did really well at the start of the season with Richarlison, Dini was still bagging goals. They sort of fell off at the tail end of the season, but they had a respectable enough season despite getting rid of Marco Silva, which
was a bold move to say the least.
It was a bold move. I think the man deserved a top tier job. Immediately, despite the fact he got relegated to Hull, he was Pierre when he went to Watford, but now he's been sacked from Watford, he's down to here.
Yeah, of course, I've got a wee thing to say on Watford though. Yes, like you say, they had a great start with Richarlison, they had Dini scoring goals. One thing I will say is another midfielder who ran the show, Decore. Fucking unbelievable season. The praise goes out to Kante for being a proper engine, box to box.
Indeed for Leicester.
Indeed for Leicester, being a box to box midfielder. But mate, that Decore was fucking unbelievable all season. I'd go as far to say probably probably the best midfielder I've seen all season.
Really?
In a few games, 100% mate. I think he had some games. I watched match of day just as much as you, right? Or maybe more. I watch all of them, but when if you've not watched Match of the Day, when Allan and stuff highlight exactly what the players do, and he was highlighted the most out of all players over the whole season. Right, it was an actual stat. He was highlighting more than any other player. And don't get me wrong, see if Ducory wasn't there, they still probably would have been where they are. So he's not putting influence like Pascal Gross and maybe Aaron Moy did, but
as an overall game,
it was unbelievable, solid all year. And to be honest, I'd go as far to say probably the best midfielder of the season. Obviously, no individual stats, but we'll get into that later with assists and whatnot, right? But as an actual overall game, no putting a foot wrong, just doing the right stuff, make the team go. Great player. And to be honest with you, if he's away in the summer, or well, in the next transfer window, I wouldn't be surprised. I think he was a great player all season. But like you say, Watford had a great season with Richarlison scoring, Troy Deeney scoring. The whole team in general was playing very well, to be fair.
It's sort of like hindered a wee bit, sort of like mid to 3/4 of the way through the season. They picked up again at the end.
But one thing I will say is Herolio Gomez, the keeper, he's fucking great sometimes.
Yeah,
He's a shot stopper, to say the least, and he does the right stuff right, and shit stuff he just doesn't seem to do. But you know, the high scoring teams this year, it was difficult for him not to concede goals, and he obviously did. But 14th is a good place for Watford.
So for our 14th prediction, who finished 14th? Sorry, Watford finished 14th.
Yes.
And you put Leicester. Spoilers, I predict them to go a lot better later on the table. But you just didn't rate them. You didn't think there was anything going on.
Touch. I wouldn't say I didn't rate them. I
think you thought most of them might be due to Mahrez's leave.
I thought Mahrez was going. I didn't think. I don't think I thought Jamie.
No, you said Jamie Vardy was going to do quite poorly this year.
I thought he had a great season, by the way. Spoiler alert! What a season he had. Put my hands up and say I was totally wrong there. But I thought with Mahrez leaving, Vardy wouldn't get as much supply there for him to have a poor season. I think my logic all right but wrong, because I never knew if Mahrez was going to go. Turns out Mahrez didn't leave, therefore two of them had a great season again. A lot better than what I predicted, 100%. Great season. But there you go, that just shows how much one player can make you think about the whole team.
Definitely.
As you'll find it later on in the 100% you'll find it later on. But who did you predict as at 14?
I predicted Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, right. You got some thoughts on that, or?
Well, I hate the team, but if we're going to give our unbiased sort of prediction, right, so first 7 games they didn't have a point and they didn't have a goal. Like, sums it all up. Roy Hodgson came in and I thought, pretty much, he'll do better, but it's still going to be the end. No, he did well with him. I hoped, and he didn't disappoint.
No, of course not.
But no, Wolf Zaha had a good season. I don't think he's this unbelievable player if it makes him out to be.
See, that's what I think. Know that you're wrong there, right? But what I think is, I don't think he's made out as an unbelievable player. I think he's made out as a game changer. And
he is, but he isn't someone he probably isn't someone I'd take at Liverpool. And I might be wrong, because I've been wrong about previous transfers. But see if he was coming,
if it was
no, but the thing is, if he came, he would be in the 40 millions because it's Crystal Palace.
You're probably right what you're saying, but what I'm saying is if he was free, you would take him.
Oh, if he was free, absolutely.
If he was on the park and playing, you would accept it because you know you're going to get something out of him. Here's what I think of Zaha. I think he is people see him as a very solo player. I think he's a very team player. There was one game that jogged my memory was he came on as a sub. I could be totally wrong with the team that they were playing, but I think it was Bournemouth. Came on as a sub. They were 1-0 down and they came back and they won 2-1. I could be wrong with that. He came on and he assisted one and then scored a wee cheeky chip at the end, the 92nd minute. He had done a solo performance on the left hand side and just chipped it out of the keeper. I could be totally wrong with that, but I think I'm remembering that game. And ever since then I was like, it was a game changer in that game, could have been a one-off. But then I went back and I went forward and looked at the games afterwards. And I stuck with this day. I think he's a very team player. He's a good goal scorer. He's very much a threat. Even when you saw him play against Liverpool, he was a threat. And our defence was, let's be honest, shite at the start of the season. And playing Crystal Palace, you had the fear. You had the absolute fear for him. Well, I know I did anyway. I had the absolute fear that he was going to
destroy it.
It was going to destroy our defence. Luckily, never. But that was my logic behind. That's my logic behind Zaha. I think he's. I don't think he's underrated. I think he is overrated by a lot of people. But I think he should be rated.
I mean, I heard someone the other day say that apart from Messi, he's the best dribbler in the world. Or sorry, no, not the best dribbler. He's the best at beating people. And you think Neymar. I think Hazard's better at it. I think Salah's better at it.
There are a lot of players that would take that kind of bubble.
I think Mane's on his day better than him. I think your Coutinho's better than him. You know, there's hundreds of players.
There's a lot of players.
You know, I'm probably missing like another 20 alone. They're there.
I think he's up there. Don't get me wrong. I think he is a player who can beat players and he can do it very well. To put him in that sort of tier is beyond stupidity. Do you know what I mean? I just think it is. That's like trying to compare Salah to like Messi and Ronaldo. It's no, you can't compare them. No, yeah, anyway, you just can't compare them.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he has had a season to be up there with them, but it's one season. Messi and Ronaldo have done it for nearly 10 now, so.
That's it.
Right, so 13th, who finished 13th?
Right, well, West Ham finished 13th.
Mm-hmm.
You predicted?
I predicted West Ham, 13th. No, sorry, I predicted Bournemouth.
Right, okay. And I predicted?
You predicted. Wait, what did I get 2 points there for Bournemouth? Are they one place higher?
Bournemouth finished 12th, yeah.
Alright. You predicted Stoke.
At 13th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. However, as you can tell, I haven't mentioned Stoke yet, so I've done much worse than Jamie. We talked about Stoke today. They haven't had a great season. Bournemouth. Bournemouth, you predicted to finish higher than me. Not by a lot, but you predicted them to finish higher than me. But we agreed though at the time, like, the thing that we sort of thought they had going for them is that one, that their pitch is quite small and they bought Defoe, and yes, we agreed Defoe's aging, but on such a short pitch and the fact that he'd have better service than he'd had at Sunderland, I thought you and me sort of both thought, like, you know, he'd get sort of around and about the same sort of goals he got that season.
Definitely.
They got Ake in defence, who's probably been their player of the season.
What a season
they've you and me both felt slightly overpriced, a little overpriced now. They got Begovic in goal, which is, you know, he's still a good keeper.
Yeah, definitely.
No, Bournemouth had a solid season. I mean, like, there's bits when they're a wee bit shaky, and I definitely think they did better the season before, but you know, it's still a respectable season for them.
Yeah. I thought it was miles away, but
yeah.
So 13th, that was a prediction.
Yeah,
so in 12th place, Bournemouth did finish there.
Yeah.
Hence why they've got another 2 points there, because he was 1 place away.
You predicted Newcastle to finish 12th.
Right, and you predicted
West Ham to finish 12th.
Right, well, that's another 2 points there.
Nice.
West Ham finished 13th, hence the 2 points. Bournemouth finished 12th. You sort of covered everything there with Bournemouth. I won't go too much into it.
Yeah, Newcastle and West Ham. Out Southampton, players like Tadic and Buffel, they just, and like Gabby doing that, it just didn't live up to it. If they had, I think they could easily finish 11th. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed about.
Right, wouldn't just jog my memory there. Who finished 12th? No, sorry, who did I predict for 12th?
You predicted Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah, that's fine. So in 11th, it was Palace that finished 11th.
Yeah, we were obviously far off that. You predicted, I predicted Southampton,
yeah.
and you predicted Watford.
Right, okay. I was a wee bit more optimistic about Watford.
Yeah, and like you said, we talked about them there before. Like they definitely had the means to finish there. They just had a slightly off season, I think.
To say the least.
At 10th place, who finished 10th?
So Newcastle finished 10th.
Okay.
Good season.
You predicted Bournemouth, who we said before. You know, I think we had good expectations for them. I think Bournemouth at the very peak could get sort of 10th.
Well, they were joint 10th.
What's that?
They were joint 10th.
Alright.
Obviously, we're not counting points for that. It was position in the
position.
table. But they were joint 10th with Newcastle, all on 44 points.
Well, that's a goal difference.
They were a goal of difference.
Oh shit.
So fucking raging. But look, Newcastle had a frightening season.
They had the frightening end to the season. They had a quite poor Christmas. So.
Who did you predict for 10th?
I predicted West Brom for 10th.
Oh dear lord. That
So
is a whole 10 spaces behind where they were.
Well, that's why it gets worse.
that's pretty poor going.
10, we spoke about West Brom. I think if West Brom had the classic West Brom season, maybe I was slightly optimistic with their signs. Maybe if they made a few more better signs, then they could have done it. But they're always that team that stay up. That's just sort of what was going on from there, and I just made a mistake.
Newcastle had a good season, I think.
I've just realised though. Newcastle with Benitez.
Benitez was, Liverpool legend, just a great manager for us.
Yeah.
I knew he could. The thing is, he can carry
that team as a championship team though. They really need a lot of changes.
I don't know. 10th in a Prem is hard.
No, it's good, but I think if they don't get the backing soon,
Well, no, I think he'll get it back in after proving that. 10th.
Mike Ashley will give him that. There's still.
So did you see his tweet? Mike Ashley's tweet after.
No, I didn't actually.
So in the final day, Mike Ashley tweeted, he would 100% like Rafa Benitez to stay as a manager, right?
Actually, no, I did see this, and as
copy and paste.
Yeah.
It was a copy and paste.
Copy and paste.
So you're 100% right. You will Mike Ashley give him the cash for that, but having Benitez as a profile in your club, I think you would 100% give him money to spend.
The thing is though, right, do you know who the most expensive signing still is? Newcastle.
For Newcastle?
Yeah. Of all time, do you know who the most expensive signing is?
Shearer, John Joe Silva.
Shearer.
Shearer
joined in 1995.
And he's still the most expensive.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong, when Shearer arrived, it was a world record at the time, yeah? But...
And you've also got to bear in mind that Mike Ashley was now in charge.
Oh no, but fine, but the fact in the Premier League era where, we talked about before Bournemouth, they spent 20 million on Nathan Ake.
Indeed.
Newcastle, with the size of club they are and the amount of money actually owns, they've got no reason. And I know people say it isn't all about money, but let's be real, if you're wanting to get slightly different, if you want to get slightly better players, you're going to need to spend the money, and they really need to spend money soon.
I think they've got a good team. I think
they've got a good team spirit.
I think you're very harsh with the whole championship thing.
I think there's maybe 4 players in that team that could cut it in Premier League.
Well, I think if you move Jose Perez to Bournemouth or Watford, I think he'll score goals.
I don't think he will. I think he'll be a very average player like he is at Newcastle.
No. John Joe Shelby, I think he's a great man.
John Joe Shelby, right, so the players I think that could realistically play in the Prem still for them, yeah, are Lascelles at centre back, who I think is a good player.
Agreed.
You've got Shelby, who again is a good player. I was someone saying the other day, would you have back at Liverpool, and as a bench player, maybe.
Did he get called for World Cup?
No.
Off topic now. I'm pretty disappointed with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Southgate we won't talk about the England thing, but I think Southgate made good decisions for the most part. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 that were a bit off, but it's not like Euro 2016 when there was about 10 players that went that shouldn't have.
Right, we'll move on for that one.
But yeah, no, Newcastle did a good job. I think they need to improve to get back out there. But their goalkeeper as well, the boy signed on loan, I can never pronounce it, Dubravnik or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been fucking great for them. And Matt Ritchie, good Scots boy, did well for them again.
Agreed. I still take Jose Perez. Definitely. I think he's a good striker.
I think if anything as well, he's more centre forward than a striker. He's sort of like the Firmino type as such.
I think they're
just far behind Firmino.
But who knows? Good different opinions on that. But Newcastle finished 10th.
So yeah, we've talked about 10th place finishes. So in 9th, you're slagging me off for my West Brom finish, Jamie, and you predict them at 9th. Again,
Leicester City actually finished 9th.
Yeah. Oh, I put Leicester at 9th. I fucking did. I will show you this.
That is foul. So you've predicted Leicester at 9th. Fair play to you. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, we've talked about.
I predicted West Brom.
You predicted West Brom at 9th, yeah. We talked about those three teams. We don't need to say anymore. We were a wee bit off. Well, you were a wee bit off.
Shit, bro.
8th place. Not the proudest place for you and me.
Well, the actual finish was Everton. Everton finished 8th.
Oh, so that's 2 points to both of us because they finished 7th.
Right. Right.
But
bear with. So,
okay.
Everton finished 8th. Who did I predict?
For 8th?
Yes.
Southampton.
Oh, right, and you predicted?
Stoke.
Yeah, you can see how logic was there.
Yeah, there was a logic. We were just. It's the problem for me with the Stoke one. It was like the West Brom sort of thing. Like their squad was good enough, I thought, to stay up and like do okay. Plus they'd had like before, I think, like 3 consecutive 9th place finishes. I was sort of predicting them to do sort of like quite well, but also like June, January they lost like Arnautovic and it just never really went for them.
No.
Southampton as well, we've talked about them with their issues.
What I'm going to say though is with Everton, right, who actually finished 8th.
7th.
No, Everton finished 8th.
Oh, sorry, Everton, right.
Everton finished 8th. I thought, arguably, one of the worst signings of the season. Arguably.
Well, we're getting to that as well, but
yeah, we will get into that. But arguably, one of the worst signings of the season for a lot of money. Right, it was Gylfi Sigurdsson at fit.
We were as well rating if we were making predictions. The move hadn't actually gone through yet, but we were predicting like it to be good things.
100% thought he was going to make a difference. Hence why we've.
Oh yeah, no. You and me both said we're worried about Everton
finishing above us.
Yeah, you said you were more right than me though. So I was saying with Lukaku gone, though you don't think it'll happen yet, but you said you were worried though still.
They brought in Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Yeah, which was a smart move.
Which was then later on in the season replaced by Wayne Rooney, their old teammate.
Yeah.
Which turned out better. Got no else can lie.
Oh yeah, no, Wayne Rooney's had his best year in probably like about 3-4 years.
Calvert-Lewin was a good player for him all season.
Yeah, he didn't score a lot, but he was the right sort of player that he needed.
Williams. A solid season.
No, Williams has had dog shit season. Loads of stats.
You're running off stats, so it's fucked you over a few times, right?
Alright, it has, but we'll see come the end of it.
Actually watching, right, I think Williams had a half decent season.
Okay.
In Europe he was a lot better than in the league. I'm going to hold my hands up and say that, right? Jordan Pickford. Again,
oh yeah, no, John Pickford was a great sign for them.
What a signing that was.
Oh yeah, no, I would take him a lot, but I'm still got to do then get him at Liverpool.
Money well spent, to say the least.
We'll get on the what though, Michael Keane as well. Like Michael Keane's gone and had a shocker this year, and going on to 7th place, Burnley. How the fuck did Burnley finish?
Burnley finished 7th. Fair play to them.
Burnley, like, see if Pep.
Did we say this before the camera came on? I'm not sure.
No, we didn't, but like.
No, we didn't. What I'm about to say, if we said this before the camera came on, I thought they were going to avoid relegation, having predicted not. So, I predicted Burnley to be relegated, didn't I?
Yeah.
But didn't think they were going to be. I feel like I was a bit muddled up in that situation, but I'd never in a million years thought they were going to get 7th. I was thinking, lucky if you get 14th, 15th, lucky. But in my head I thought they were going to finish lower at the time. I must have.
Oh no, but let's be real though, they did so, they're the next best team behind Man City in my opinion, from the amount of funds that they had to the style of football they've played to how well they have done fucking incredible. And I'll hold up my hands and say I was far wrong about it, but I think more people would have been. If you told people at the start of the season Burnley were either going to finish 20th or 7th, I'd guarantee about 90% would have gone with 20th opposed to 7th.
I would go with defensively. They had an outstanding season.
Yeah.
Only conceded 39 goals in the whole competition. That's an average of one per game, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
That's also one more than Liverpool conceded all season. And bear in mind we spent £75 million on a player to help our back line. They never. So
yeah, they let a £25 million player go, and in the end,
defensively,
Ben Mee and I cannot pronounce the name, James Tarkowski, is it?
Tarkowski.
Yeah, no, they had a fucking great season too. But no, so fair play to Burnley. I think we can both agree, the MVPs of the campaign.
I would say the underdogs achieved the most now. Right, going on to 7th real quick. Who did I predict?
You and me both predicted Everton. It's the only one that we
Can I put the 2 points up?
Yeah, put 2 points.
Okay. So we both predicted Everton on 7th.
So 6. What I enjoyed the most, shall we say? Jamie, who finished 6? Shall we just see?
Arsenal Football Club.
Arsenal Football Club. So you get 2 points because you were 1 away.
Yeah, 2 points I don't want to take, but yeah.
Jamie predicted that Man City, after 200 million, would not improve on defence alone. And what did they do? They broke the most wins.
Well, we'll get to that, you know.
Wenger's last season ends pretty. It's like a sad hand job. Let's be real, how it ended.
The thing is, 22 years of service, right? He was one person who influenced a club more than any other, and we can both agree on that.
Yeah, aye, okay.
He built a training facility for the youth squad using money that he had earned personally. And the other manager can say done that. Just to develop the youth at that club. Stayed there for 22 years, won loads of trophies. Towards the end it was a downward spiral. Loads of trophies. It was the only manager to take a BPL team to Invincibles, right? Drew a lot of games, don't get me wrong, but they stayed invincible. A manager who will 100% go down in the books as a legend.
Best manager ever.
Best manager forever.
It's a sad way to see it end.
It was a horrible way to see it end, the way he got hounded out like that.
He should have, let's be real though, he should have gone years ago.
It was his fault he got hounded out, to say the least. But you don't know what the board was doing. You don't know if the board were pressuring him to take that contract that he signed. You don't know that. You know, these are things that are unsolved mystery as such, because we're never going to get to know.
Yeah.
Unless he brings out his book.
I hope he does, always see what it is.
As a book I will 100% read. I've never read a book, but I will read that. Because I want to know what the board were like, because he'll know him back now. You know, he's no longer employed by them. He will tell everybody exactly how the board were, how much money they were allowed to spend, why things were like they were. You know, he'll explain everything in detail, and I think it would be very interesting, not only for Arsenal fans, but for us as spectators of the game.
What do you think comes next though for them? Do you think they go into a downward spiral?
Absolutely not. Here's the thing, right? They're rumoured the new manager to be Arteta.
If that happens, I genuinely think they're fucked.
As well as Allegri.
Allegri sort of come out and said that he's not leaving Juve unless.
Well, that's true. They won the league and he says he would rather stay in Italy for another couple of seasons. Right? I think that'll happen. I think he will stay there.
Who do you think they'll get?
I think it'll be Arteta, right? Genuinely. Or they're going to surprise us all with something like Vieira.
Do you genuinely actually think they might get it? I think that they'll get Simeone. I don't know how, and logically this doesn't make sense to me, but I think there's something that's going to happen that says that they get him.
But did you see do you watch Arsenal TV?
Arsenal fan TV?
Yeah.
Phil Lewis a big game, yes, I love that.
Right. I watch it regularly. Even the small interviews with Robbie and somebody else, right? I watch it a bit more than just when they lose, right?
Yeah.
And they've got somebody who's they call him the plug, right? I don't know if you've heard of him, right? But the plug, and it's basically this kid, not kid, but this boy predicts everything that's going to happen because he's got sources apparently. Mm-hmm. So he predicted that Aubameyang and Lacazette in the exact amount of transfer fees before it was announced fully, right?
Yeah.
Months in advance, months in advance, right? He predicted those two moves, right? And he's had a source to say that Allegri was agreed with Arsenal a deal last summer, Christmas time there at transfer window. So this summer,
to come in
this summer. So Wenger was to go out, he was to come in.
Right.
Right? So apparently the talk that happened, the deal was agreed, right? Logic dictates that that's what's going to happen because he's got everything else right. It's not just these two predictions, by the way, there's more.
Yeah, but that's the two most recent ones.
Exactly. And to get Aubameyang and Lacazette correct before anything really comes out is pretty good going, right? So he's predicted that Allegri was, they done talks and he's coming in as Wenger goes out. No happened yet. So there's sort of part of me thinks Allegri will go. At the same time it's like, I don't think he will. Simeone, don't think it'll happen. I think he's got a couple of more hands in his locker in Spain.
I think his contract runs out very soon though.
It probably does, I think. I'm not getting into the La Liga, right, because I've got a whole other subject on that. But I think he's got a few more things to do there first, I think. Arteta's obviously a massive possibility, right? I
genuinely think that's like, I think they'd be as well keeping Wenger if Arteta goes in.
Arteta, Allegri, or somebody like Patrick Vieira is going to be like the three that I think.
They've done it at the wrong time. Say if they let him go, say if they let Wenger go a few years ago when there's more managers out there, they'd probably be in a better place now.
They could have had Klopp, they could have had Conte, could have had Jose.
Even Guardiola potentially.
Even Guardiola, so there's so many they could have had, yes.
It's always well like Arsenal are truly horrendous team, like they've got Aubameyang and Lacazette and like, let's not like beat around the bush, that is two of the best striking partnerships you could ever ask for.
So see if they get anyone besides Arteta, right?
Yeah.
I think we will see Arsenal bugger away for first next season. Because I think Aubameyang is far too good for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Lacazette on his day with Aubameyang will be frightening. I think if Ozil comes back into a team that he wants to be in with a manager he wants to be under, because let's be honest, he's pulled more sick notes than you can imagine, right?
Oh yeah. He goes missing every big game.
But if he comes back...
Do you want to understand as well, right? It shows how much hypocrites Arsenal fans are, right? So mind when like Sanchez, the year Leicester won the league when Sanchez was like buying like 30 in all competitions, everyone was saying, oh, Ozil needs to go. Like, you know, he's not done enough. Then the second that Sanchez goes slightly out of form and like isn't like wanting to be there anymore, everyone's like, oh, keep Ozil, get rid of Sanchez, you know, like.
Aye.
And for me, despite the fact Sanchez left 6 months ago and he's had a dire season, like Ozil still hasn't done enough for me to like warrant.
But I think
one, his wages, and two.
Let's be real though, the team spirit, would you like to be playing under that? Let's be real. I think if they bring in the correct manager, be it not Arteta, they've got Aubameyang, Lacazette up front and him feeding them too.
Do you know what I say happening? I see it being like a year of sort of around and about the same. I think they'll sort of improve, but I think they'll be like around the same position, and then I think the year after that they'll kick on like once they've had the time to recoup. Sort of like So like with Pep the first year he went to Man City, like didn't do that great, but then like after the second season you've seen what's happened.
No, of course, right. Who knows? But that's 6. Arsenal finished there. Who did I say?
You said Man City.
Man City.
We'll tell you that later.
Thanking you for repeating.
5th place you predicted Arsenal, you put your 2 points up on the board.
I did.
I predicted Tottenham, so I've got no, I don't know.
So in 5th place it was actually Chelsea that finished there.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a surprising one, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, no, Chelsea did, actually surprisingly, Chelsea did what I predicted for the podcast. I sort of said they'll get second season syndrome again like they did under Mourinho. I didn't predict it to this degree, but it happened. Like Jamie, we were talking about before the podcast about Morata. I genuinely think Morata is still a great striker. You aren't convinced anymore, are you?
No, in the slightest, no.
No, you saw the start of the season, he banged it.
I think Real Madrid realised that's why they got rid of him.
Nah,
Because who would you rather have in your team? Morata
Honestly.
or Benzema?
Genuinely, Morata.
So would I. Right?
Mm-hmm.
However, right, I think Real Madrid's thought to themselves, look at the two of them in training, look at the two of them in
I still think there's some.
Pish. Let's punt them. Why else would you sell them to Chelsea?
Because they realise they'll get a shit ton of cash flow. My thing about Morata, well, I mean, I still think it's a stupid move. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely still think that was like their worst bit of business they've done quite a while because.
Chelsea's.
No, Real Madrid's letting him go. Think about it, right? Benzema's pish, right, and Benzema's getting old. I still think, personally, Morata's still a really good striker and he could have easily played in that first team. As a backup, he outscored Benzema last year, yeah. He's done it on the big stage, he's done it in Champions Leagues, he's done it in the league. And they don't have a backup striker now. Like, it was a really fucking dumb move, in my opinion.
After seeing his season at Chelsea, besides the first couple of games...
But he got injured for like about over a third of it.
When he came back though, pish.
No, I think I want him to stay next year and prove, because I think next year he will prove. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he's going to hit like 30 goals, but I think he's easily a 20 goal a season player.
Debatable.
Yeah, I predicted Tottenham. They had...
Who did I predict?
You predicted Arsenal.
Right.
Tottenham, like...
Well, we'll get to them, to be honest. We'll
get to them. So, for 4th, who finished 4th?
Liverpool.
Let's be real, our season's Champions League more orientated. See when, like, we have looked...
yes.
Yeah, well, fuck it, we'll just talk about him now. So, Mo Salah, he's had amazing. He's been amazing.
We've got to talk about him, really.
The front three for Liverpool and even the midfield, even though I think they're overperforming at the moment, have been amazing. I think we've improved so much from last year as a whole. The problem is though, especially at the start of the year and just slightly after Christmas, we had 2 bad patches of form where I think we've got 12 draws this year, am I right in that? Mm-hmm. That's pretty fucking poor, like basically a third of our results this year have been draws.
Going quickly, before we go any further, who did you predict it for?
4th, I predicted Arsenal.
Okay, and who did I predict?
You predicted Man United.
Right, okay. Right, I still have switched to them.
So yeah, like we've we have so much improved. We'll talk about Salah more as a player when we get to
we're listening back to the podcast before we came on. And you were a bit more worried about Liverpool.
Oh yeah, no, I put it in first six. I thought all the teams around us by Tottenham had improved.
Like you say, you predicted them 6, but you were a lot more worried than I was on, I want to say the Coutinho saga.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'd say you were a lot...
See when as well though he left in January, I did kind of think we were a bit fucked, but you know our midfielders all stepped up and they played the best that they've all played.
I think, it's a cliche, but I believed in what Klopp was saying with the transfers he was bringing in as well as going out. Coutinho went out for a heavy amount of money, whereas at Barcelona, right, he became the player that everybody knew he was, but in the right team. So the way Liverpool played was very fast-paced and attacking. That's what we wanted, and he wasn't fast-paced enough. If you know what I mean. We needed an attack like we've got now, and I'm not saying I saw that because 100% never right. But what I saw was him being very inconsistent and being on the ball a few times and no knowing what to do in the midfield. Whereas your players like we brought in, like Oxlade-Chamberlain, your Jamie Wijnaldum, and your Emre Can and your Henderson, they knew what to do on the ball at the right time and still do.
I still honestly think you're being a wee bit harsher. I genuinely, see when he came back from
I'm not saying he's terrible or nothing.
No, I know you're not, but I think you're still being a wee bit harsher. Like, see when he came back from injury at the start of the season, back injury.
Yes.
For me, he genuinely played out his fucking skin for us when he came back. Like,
was he trying to get a Barcelona move?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But the point is though, did he still put in a fucking shift? Yes, he did. So
I'll never dispute that. I will 100% say he put 100% in every game. I just don't think we benefited every time for the 100%. It was inconsistent a lot of the time.
I think it was more. I think as he grew older, he became more consistent.
My dad had the exact same he had the exact same thought process as you. He says, without Coutinho, we are going to struggle. We're not going to.
It's because like I knew our attack was brilliant. I couldn't see like a way to like transfer the ball quickly from defence to midfield to an attack. Like we had with him because he was sort of like the route to there, and I didn't see. Like, you have to be honest, our midfield like have had really good seasons. Like, and I don't think if they had, the seasons they've had, I don't think our front line would have been as consistent.
Let me put this scenario to you then, right? So we replace Emre Can due to injury. Gini Wijnaldum, say he was injured. Allan, say he was injured. Right, well he is. You stick Coutinho in the midfield, right? We're playing Oxlade, providing he wasn't injured. Henderson. And then you've got your Coutinho.
Coutinho,
yeah. Say Milner wasn't playing now. That's your three midfield. Right? Likelihood scenario, the two in the midfield, Coutinho at say your centre forward, and then your front three.
Yeah.
Right? I think we would be 6. I think we would be out of the Champions League. And maybe not out of the Champions League, maybe that's harsh. I wouldn't say we're out of the Champions League, we had quite a comfortable run in the Champions League. I don't think we would finish in the Champions League spot though. Reason being is, not that Coutinho was selfish, but he wasn't always team orientated. If he was within 30 yards and there was space, he was pinging it.
I mean, he still scored a lot more times than most players would.
A lot of the time we went in, don't get me wrong, but in a big game, you're 1-0 up against Arsenal, they're attacking. Arsenal's a bad choice. We break on the counter.
Man City are attacking.
We break on the counter, you've got Salah there, you've got Mane there, you've got Firmino there. He's here, 30 yards out, he pins it. Doesn't pass all the time.
I understand where it comes from, and maybe this would be I don't think we're going to come to an agreement because we can't now, but I think see when he was in our team, like obviously it was for a short period of time, it was like from September to December he was in our team from, so not very long, but what would you rate us playing at, like out of 10, like our team at that point?
In that period?
Yeah.
6, 7.
I think we were about a 7.5 to 8, but I think during that period when he was in the team, I think he was the second best player on the park. Like, there's so many games I remember. What?
To who?
Salah. Because Salah's won the best all season.
Well, I've got an argument against it.
Who?
I've got to say Bobby Firmino's been probably the best player. Right.
No, actually, no. See after the Christmas, I would have said that Firmino outshone Coutinho. I'm talking about in that period though, I think that Coutinho's been better.
Season, Firmino has been
better. Oh no, he has been, but during that period I would have said he was probably about third best and Coutinho was second best and Salah's first. When Coutinho was in the team.
Right, well,
But so many, like, Coutinho went left months ago, but I still remember the performances in Sevilla, I still remember the performances against Swansea, I still remember the performances against West Ham. Like, he did so much in such a short amount of time. Like, I think he really, I still think it would be a benefit to have him, especially now that we've got so many fucking injuries in midfield.
Maybe only on that grounds, maybe only the fact of injuries, but I wouldn't play him over Oxlade, Henderson, Lallana or Oxlade.
Well, Lallana hasn't played all season, so
No,
it's not fair to do
but
so.
if Oilam's fit, right, Oilam's fit,
Every single midfielder
every
option
single
now.
midfielder, it would be Henderson in the middle, Chan,
Do you mean like in DM sort of spot?
like lower of the two, right, Henderson, and then you'd have Chan and Oxlade, that'd be my three. And I think I wouldn't replace any of the three of them, especially after the season I've had, well, no Chan.
See though, if Coutinho started the way that, see if Coutinho like stayed in our team for the full season though, and he was playing at the level I believe that he was playing at, I think he would be fully deserved of that starting spot over like say Chan.
Maybe Chan, because like I say, I can't really base it off Chan
Yeah.
when the grounds he's not been playing.
Aye. But we'll move on from Liverpool. Because obviously, if we're going to talk more in depth, we talk about the Champions League because that's also been the better competition. But
Yes, indeed.
you know, we did well. If we maybe got Van Dijk at the start of the season, we could have maybe even finished second. I'm not trying to say.
Sure.
I'm not going for 1 second to say we'd finished first. But
I said fourth.
yeah, you went Man United, I went Arsenal. So third place, you went Spurs, which is I think the first point. Yeah, that's your first 5.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure for that, to be fair.
Spurs, we talked about them. My point, the reason I put them 5th was like I didn't think they made enough investment. No, in fact, no. By the time we did the podcast, they were the only team that hadn't signed a player. Yeah.
Very true.
And I just thought with the Champions League they wouldn't have enough depth, and I think that sort of was correct. I think they played well. I don't think they played as well as the season before last. But you know, they had a good season.
What I will say against it, right, is although I got them bang on in 3rd place, right,
Yeah.
I knew they were going to compete, right, because Human Son, a phenomenal player.
No, like my thing being right, their whole like see the first team. I think I said the only player I didn't like rate in the first team was Lamela, and I still to this day can't stand that. He doesn't play in the first team now, but at the time he was. I don't rate him as the only player in the first team.
I'm saying 3rd on these grounds, right, of Human Son playing phenomenal, right. Eriksen supplying, providing Kane didn't get injured.
Yeah, and then you've got Ali and back for Tongan. Sanchez came in late in the transfer window.
Eric Dyer, like they are a solid team.
No, they are. And my point being, like, yes, that's why I still predict them to be 5th because like they would do well, but like they had no depth. Like and to a certain extent, they do have more depth now.
But they had a backup striker.
Yeah, and they brought in
They
brought in Llorente and they've brought in Lucas, you know, which is an improvement now. They've got some more depth, but
At the time, I get where you came from.
Yeah.
Right? The thing is, I kind of knew they were going to make signings. I didn't know who they were going to be and how they were going to be. So I mean, we'll leave it at that. But what I will say is, I think Tottenham's especially what Pochettino, what's his name? Pochettino said after the game, well after the season, one on if they want to improve, they've got to let him break the bank.
I think they might have a similar problem to Arsenal though, in the sense that now that they've spent all this money on a stadium, do they have the money to spend?
That's something we'll know. But what I'm saying is, unless they let him break the bank and or he'll threaten to leave, unless they let him break the bank, they're not going
I don't think Daniel Levy will though, because they're a mercenary. He does it with everyone. For me, right, what they need to do though is say if like Levy gives them a choice though, right, say like you can either have like a shit ton of money for players or you can get a contract sorted. He needs to get the contracts first, even if that means for a year. Again, it doesn't make that make sense. He needs to get those contracts sorted.
So next season, unless they break the bank, I think they will finish below what I've predicted this year.
Do you think they'll break the bank next year?
I think he will get money.
Do you think there will be I'm not saying levels of Man City, so they won't get levels. Do you think they will get the levels of like us and Man United?
I think he'll get 100 mil. And that's me being generous. I think he'll get 100 mil.
I think he'll be more like around the 60s and 50s.
I think he'll get 100 mil, and I think he'll bring in 3 or 4 players.
If he does, then I can definitely say them not even finishing third. I think they can maybe even go to second.
I'd go as far to say title contenders, providing they make the right appointments, right?
They need to. For me, though, it's more important to get the contracts sorted out because. Yes, okay, they might be hindering their chances for a year. Like, say if he says, right, you can sort the contracts this year and then the next year you get
let me put a wild scenario on the table, right? If they bring in Thiago for midfield.
Yeah, right? Bad, you're right.
Right? These are totally delusional. Thiago for midfield, right? You bring in Draxler for the right wing, right? That's plausible. What I'm saying is someone of the stature of Draxler, right? You bring in somebody like David Alaba left back. Again, not going to happen. But just say, right, bit better than Ben Davis is what I'm getting at. Right?
Andrews, yeah.
Andrews, aye. Don't rate them too much, right? So you bring in a better left back, let's say, right? And then they bring in a better right back.
I like Trippier, I think he's still well.
And I like Walter Peters, but better, is what I'm saying, right? So you bring your 2 wing backs, because they rely heavily on their wing backs, right, as a team. They bring in 2 better wing backs, they sort the midfield, no Thiago obviously, and they get a right winger, because let's face it, the right wing is shit for them.
Yeah, Lucas hasn't really done much since
Lucas has been poor, Lamella's me and you both agree that don't rate him. They bring in a right winger, they bring in another midfielder. Dyer's great, Eriksen's great, one more midfielder just to glue it together, a more playmaker midfielder. Ali is there. I've got a sneaky suspicion Ali will leave though.
Next year.
I
think it depends on his World Cup. I think if he has a shit World Cup, I don't see him leaving. But I think if he has a good World Cup, I can see him leaving. Therefore, bringing in a midfielder, right? So if I 3 or 4 transfers, sorry, providing they bring in a right winger, like I say, obviously Draxler, that's off the table, in a sense, right? And Thiago.
And Thiago and stuff, right? But say they bring in a solid right winger who can supply goals. Harry Kane get 30 currently, with another winger that's got talent. Mate, 35, 40 goals without a shadow of a doubt. Tough, injury prone wise, but if he stays fit, I can definitely see that. See if he stayed fit for the couple of months he was out this season.
Yeah.
Would Salah have 12 goals score?
Probably not.
That's a real question, do you know what I mean?
I don't think he would have.
I don't think he would have, because I think Harry Kane's a world class striker.
Yeah.
So far.
Salah's extending his reach, and I think he's overachieving more than Kane is, but...
100%.
So yeah, let's start with third. So, well, Jamie, you might second place. You want to just put up another 5 points for...
You never predicted Man United.
I predicted Man United for second.
Right, well, can I just put 10 up?
Yeah, you might as well, because now we know who's first. And you predicted LFC to finish second.
Wasn't far away, I just thought we were going to have a good season.
Yeah. Man United though, let's talk about Man United, because most of, let's be real, if they didn't have De Gea...
Can I put my point across real quick, right?
You laughed at me when I put Man United.
I did, right? One, because I was very, very sceptical about Real coming in for De Gea, right?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, if it happened, I don't think they'd be there.
Very, very sceptical, right? De Gea, by far, was the best keeper in the league.
Oh yeah, no.
14 clean sheets.
He's
more saves.
Oh no, he's been fucking unreal. It's actually incredible how good he is.
Like, he is the best keeper. I'd go as far to say the BPL's seen.
I think if he has another 2 or 3 seasons like that, I don't think there's any question in it.
I think he's better than your Schmeichel. I agree.
I think he needs like 2 or 3 more years though, just to say that he's done it at the consistent level. I agree though, I think he's had like the best season of any keeper ever, but I think he needs to just do it a wee bit more consistently. Like, I'm not saying that he isn't consistent, but like, if he has like the long reign of some of the keepers, then you know he'll get there. You know, I definitely think he'll be considered the best. But no, I mean in general, like Lukaku as well, he had a pure start, but he's really rolled on. He's had a good season. Lingard's been there probably stand out for like standout breakthrough, if you get what I mean.
I'm going to say I'm the most annoyed about where Man U finished, because they didn't deserve it in the slightest.
Well, no, you can't say it after 38 games. They deserved it. It's just they got lucky as fuck.
They played the most boring football.
They've slightly improved over Van Gaal.
The most boring football I have ever seen in a whole season and got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
They got a few draws.
Yeah.
And they got a hell of a lot of wins they shouldn't have. Partly thanks to De Gea. Mostly thanks to De Gea. That's what makes it more annoying. But here's a start for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, only one Man United player made it in the top 20 goal scorers.
Really? Shit. Lukaku, I take it.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
The only player to...
What did Lukaku finish the season with?
a respectable 16 goals.
Yeah, so you know, it's not the 20 that he'd hoped for, but you know, he did well. You know, he's had a good season. Especially the second half of the season, he was performing quite well.
Yeah, so that's an interesting start for you, right?
No, that's true.
And there's only one player on the assist board.
Really?
Pogba.
Yeah.
Who, let me just say something, right? I was very critical of Pogba when he first came to Man U. I thought he wasn't worth the money. Still edging towards that side, right? But what I will say is, without Pogba this season, attacking wise, there would be nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously the assists show, right, but Pogba has been a very, very good signing.
Yeah.
Under, I believe, their own management. I still believe that, right? I think Jose's way of football does not suit Pogba.
But the thing is there anyone actually out there that they would replace Jose with and say like guarantee first? Because they're not going to replace him for second.
Well, put it this way, right? So
and an okay finish second.
Put Pep Guardiola into Man U.
Oh yeah.
They're winning the league.
I think they are. Well, if they can get like at least one new centre back, I think they'd win the league.
Hear me out here. Jurgen Klopp into Man United, they're winning the league.
I don't think they'll win the league.
I think
they're just
attacking wise, they were shit this season.
No, but
going forward, Jurgen Klopp would fix that. De Gea fixes the defence part by himself.
yeah, I think so.
So that's the reason I'm saying it.
I think they'd finish about the same points as Mourinho's got now.
Nah, see, I think Mourinho was very, very lucky.
Yeah, no, I agree as well.
If he keeps his job, I will be surprised.
Nah, I'm not going to be. They're not going to replace him there. There's literally no one I can think out there now to replace him with. That would cost him an arm.
Allegri would come.
Simeone
would come.
I don't think he would.
Why?
No, okay, I think Simeone would, but you're not exactly going to kick Jose out the door like spare runners and
finish second place, it's half to kick him.
I think it's too
I wouldn't be
harsh.
surprised if it happens though.
Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong, they can play with boring football, but I think it's fucking madness if you fire them. And the only reason I can ever see to fire someone if they're in second place was say at Christmas they were at top by like say 10 points and then they finish second by like under 10 points, then maybe I can see a reason, but I think it's very harsh to sack him on that.
I would say it was harsh, but I wouldn't be surprised.
So finally, number 1, who was Jamie?
Manchester City.
Which I predicted them to be fucking fire this season. I didn't think they'd be as good.
Predict first?
You predict Chelsea to be first.
Yeah, that's pretty shit going.
Yeah,
Who did I predict second?
Elster.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, no, I mean, Chelsea, I mean, we discussed, like, they had the sort of second season syndrome they had under Mourinho and the loss of Costa, although I still rate Marathi was injured for a large part and then best utilised that. But Man City, let's be real, were fucking incredible all year. And it kind of made the league a wee bit boring, but you can't take away from them. Like, they've been
Best football played all year.
Oh yeah, easily. Like better than us.
Towards the end they got a bit of shit, not gonna lie. And no shit. To what maybe the last 5-6 games they were just, it was very basic, they were winning games as they do.
It's because they knew they won the league.
Exactly. It wasn't intricate, it wasn't good, it was bang average, right?
But you can't deny, like, the first ever team to get 100 points, the first ever team to get 32 wins, they got 50 points away, which is a record, they got 50 points at home, which is a record, they've got the least amount of, no, I'm not sure if they've got the least amount of, no, obviously they have the least amount of loss because the Invincibles existed. But no, like they've done so well.
They're also the first team to have 3 players in the top 10 goal scorers list.
See if they keep this up, yeah. Like see if they keep this up for like another 2 or 3 years, yeah. They could very well, and I know that I'm saying this quite early, but they may take over Sacks as a dynasty of like best Premier League sort of like sides, if you get what I mean. So Arsenal kind of done it, but they didn't do it to the same sort of extent that Man United did it in the mid-2000s. But see if Pep stays there and he keeps like this going, I think he's going to build one fucking hell of a legacy there. I mean, he already has, but like, if he improve, well, I don't necessarily see improvement, but like, see if he's able to keep it at this level, it'll be something else.
The worry I think Man City's got, right, is players like David Silva, who arguably, I was so wrong in the podcast.
Oh yeah, no, I was wrong as well.
Arguably the best player for them, arguably.
I think De Bruyne picked up more, but yeah, no,
David Silva had a phenomenal season, right? Totally played the best in midfield beyond assists, right? It was the third top assister. So again, City, they broke a record with that one as well. They were the first team to have blah blah blah.
Yeah, we said that earlier.
The top 3 assisters in the league were Man City players.
Mad.
Which is pretty good going. Scored 106 goals this season.
It's a record as well.
David Silva, very, very underrated. Great player.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I hold my hands up. I sort of thought he was finished.
I was so wrong.
He had a very bang average season the last 2 seasons, but this year he fucking brought it.
I was very sceptical about their defence, right? They brought in, like you say, £200 million worth of players. They brought in Laporte.
They didn't even run in Laporte by the time
no, that's true. Yeah. But Laporte, Otamendi.
No, they brought in Walker, Mendy.
I know, but I'm talking about in general now.
Oh right, okay. Sorry.
So, like you say, Mendy, Walker, Otamendi, Laporte was 4 big.
3. No, sorry, 4. Yeah.
4 big names that they brought in. Who was the other one? No, that's fine. Stones was it? No, that was into a season before.
Yeah. But Otamendi didn't come in this year. He came in under Pellegrini.
Yeah, that's right. Aye, he was 50.
Yeah. He also had a very good season as well.
Yeah. So defensively, I was sceptical about the additions and how well they would fit in, and how quick they would fit in. But one player I would want to say something about is Ederson. Like.
Oh yeah, no, he's a massive upgrade in Bravo, isn't he?
I'd say second best keeper in the league.
Oh yeah, no, he's
phenomenal. He conceded the least goals.
He plays almost like a sweeper, like in the old days, like centre back.
He was
just with a gloss on.
He conceded the least goals in the league.
No, De Gea conceded the least.
No. So goals against was 27 for City and 28 for Man U.
But De Gea won the Golden Glove.
For most clean sheets.
Oh right. Okay.
Most clean sheets, Ederson was 1 away from the clean sheets. I think he got 13. But as a team, Ederson, the goals that he conceded was 27 and Man U conceded 28. But I thought Ederson was excellent all season, shot stopper, done well, done what he needed to do, right? Defence was great, and midfield, that's something to talk about. Jesus fuck. De Bruyne with 16 assists. Leroy.
Sané with 14.
No, Sané with 15.
Sorry. Silva.
Silva with 11.
Yeah. Silva wasn't even playing a lot at the start of the season.
Exactly, and Sterling 11 as well.
Mad.
4 players as your top assisters.
Raheem Sterling as well probably deserves the award for most improved player considering what he was playing like last year compared to this
18
year.
goals he got as well as 11 assists. That's
Mad.
good going considering.
Mad.
The one player I very much was wrong with was Aguero.
Yeah.
To be honest, I had my reasons. One, I thought Gabriel Jesus was going to get a lot more starts.
And he did a lot of the
He did that because he was young, he was fresh, and he looked like a player to watch. He got injured. He'd still got 13 goals, which isn't bad considering. Against Man United, like we say. So 6 key passes were against him, which kind of goes against the fact that De Gea was the best in the league because he saved all 6 of them. So I hold my hands up to say I was wrong with Aguero, but I had my reasons for it. It wasn't embarrassing. It wasn't an embarrassment of a prediction, but Aguero still got it. I was still on it. Did you see the thing with the briefly going at the World Cup? Argentina's front.
It's got like 182 goals or something.
That's beyond scary.
I hope Argentina win it. Gets Messi's World Cup.
Well,
So-
Egypt, all the way. I want Argentina to win it. Purely because I want Ronaldo. He's got the Euros.
I want Messi to win the World Cup.
I just want him.
Oh, I'd be. Let's be real. That's the problem. Like he might play the next one as well, but he'll be 34 if he does play the next one. So like he'll be well past his prime.
Right,
So.
here's my issue with it, right? One, I think if Liverpool win the Champions League this year, I think I am probably about 70, I'd maybe go 85% sure the Ballon d'Or is going to Salah. Genuinely. If he has a good World Cup with Egypt.
Oh yeah, no. I think if he wins the Champions League and say he gets Egypt to like a quarterfinals, then yeah, I'd say he wins the World Cup.
Even the last 16. Group stages is hard, mate. Come on.
I can't remember what group they're in, but
Group stages is hard, and they've got a big team in there as well. So if he pulls them out of group stages at the last 16, wins the Champions League, and has won all the awards that he's won, I think he'll get Ballon d'Or. I think. If Messi wins the World Cup, Ballon d'Or's his. I think.
I think that's fair as well, though.
Ronaldo wins the Champions
because
League.
Messi started a mad.
It's a great season.
Yeah.
Great season. Ronaldo's like everybody's talking about Ronaldo, but Messi's won the double,
Yeah.
and if he wins the World Cup,
No, it can't be argued. It can't be argued.
He's Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I don't care what Ronaldo's chance.
So-
If Messi wins World Cup, then he has to win the Ballon d'Or. I'll be fucking raging if he
So
doesn't.
that's my logic behind it, right? Because I think Messi will beat Ronaldo to the Ballon d'Or win, providing what we've said goes down for Salah. And I think Messi's undoubtedly has to go to him if he wins the World Cup. Because you can't do a double and win the World Cup and not get a Ballon d'Or, let's be real.
Yeah, and had the season that he's had.
Exactly. So,
If Ronaldo wins the Champions League, but say Ronaldo wins the Champions League, yeah, but say with Portugal he goes in like either the group stages or like the last 16.
he goes out, did you say?
Yeah.
Yep.
But say as well, right, Messi goes out at like of the World Cup and say like the quarters. Who wins the Ballon d'Or then?
I think you'll find it'll be Ronaldo.
Probably. Yeah. I don't want him to win it, man.
No.
He doesn't deserve it. He's had like a good 3 months, but that's about it.
Here's the only way to look at it though, is you're saying that, but he's only a couple of goals behind Messi.
No, he
He's
is.
played less games.
No, he is. But if you're talking solely about the player, right? Messi's been the best in the world for nearly everything.
Agreed.
Okay, Champions League he hasn't done well. Yeah, he hasn't really done it this year. But
We were shambolic in the Champions League, let's be honest.
yeah, but you can't win it in one competition alone.
No, but that's the thing, you can with Ronaldo, that's the
I know that's the annoying thing.
problem.
Doesn't deserve it.
But let's say that's the way the Ballon d'Or will go with all 3 of them.
Yeah.
One of the three will win it. Messi providing that happens, Salah providing that happens, Ronaldo providing that happens. It's as simple as that.
Right, so I'm in the lead at the moment. I'm happy
For this, yeah.
for this. So now we're going to go on to top. Do you want to do top goal scorers or top assists?
No, we'll go top goal scorers, fuck it.
Yeah, top goal scorer. So the rule was that we came up with at the start that you got 5 points if you guessed the player. You got 5 points if you guessed the correct amount of goals, and you got also 10 points if you predicted both. So, Jamie, and I laughed at the start, and we won't talk about it because we talked about it enough, but Mo Salah did get it, and I hold up my hand. You are right in what you're saying. Like you've seen Roma. You knew what to expect. I went solo on stats because I hadn't seen him play that much. I thought he'd be good for us. I didn't realise he'd be this good.
Right, see my logic was I watched Jurgen Klopp at Borussia Dortmund and I knew the footballers played. Right, hence why your Aubameyang's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Your Royce is linked to move, and your Blaszczykowski is no longer a part of that team. Right, it's because he was so attacking and he made players as good as they are. Right, and then I hopped over to Serie A and I watched Roma's games. Providing there wasn't a lot of Roma games I watched, but there was enough there to see how good Salah was, individually and playing as a part of a team. Mate, see watching, what's his last season? Totti's last season, and the way Salah was shining at that time, I was like, fuck me, he is just such an attacking minded player. Scoring, provided it was only 15 goals or something for the season at Roma.
Yeah. It's not a good season, but
100%. But I was like, under the right team and under the right management, he could easily double that. Was my thought process, but coming into the prime, first season, well.
Be honest though, were you nervous when you made this prediction?
No, but so, I don't know. I was nervous on the grounds that I thought Harry Kane was just going to have another great season,
yeah,
and I was going to be wrong that way. I had no doubt in my mind that Salah was going to be first or second though, because of what I've seen. So 100%.
No, that's fair, and I will hold up my hands up. That's probably one of the best predictions that we made. So give yourself 5 points. Oh. I predicted Harry Kane with 24. Jamie predicted Salah with 26. He finished with 32. Salah finished with 32. Top assist though, after that, I'm pretty proud of this one. I genuinely did. I knew at the very start of the season I predicted De Bruyne. I thought it was a very safe bet. Jamie bet Sadio Mane. Didn't go over for you. Jamie bet he'd got 23 assists. However, De Bruyne on the vet with like basically Man City's like second to last kick of the season.
If you've not seen it, the Aguero moment. This is what it reminded me, right? Genuinely, Aguero, last kick of the game, goal, they win the league. However,
so I predicted De Bruyne to have 16 assists.
Now De Bruyne and Sané were going into the last game of the season
with
15 each. At that point, I don't know what we were going to do. I would probably. I probably still gave you the points anyway.
I think the rule that we made at the time was that we said that if it was like then judged on like goals, so because. So I would have lost then because Sané's got more goals than De Bruyne.
Oh, right, okay, so well there you go. I never knew that, but I was going into the game that City were playing on the understanding if Sané got one assist, I was in with a shout of you're not getting the points, right? The last kick of the game, De Bruyne up the field.
Punts it, it was like a typical Scottish football sort of play.
Right up the field, Gabriel Jesus takes it expertly and just chips it at the keeper. Beautiful goal.
And that got how many assists?
I looked at the assist and I was like, you dirty bastard. And he won with De Bruyne on 16. And
that is 10 points, and you have to admit, that was fucking class. That was the only to predict.
Was that the 10 points up there? No, it was the league, so
So 10.
But a day of the service, so.
Yes!
A phenomenal prediction.
That was, yeah. No, but do you know what? I actually think the Salah one's more impressive because no one predicted, apart from you, literally in the world, to get Salah to do as well as he did. And everyone predicted De Bruyne to do well. I just got kind of lucky with that. But now, we're going to get on to the final part, and we'll come back to you after we've counted up our score. So what we're going to do is, I'll count up my side of points, Jamie will count up his side, and then we'll tell you who the winner is. Now, so we don't officially know the results, but we have a pretty good idea. Jamie, it's a pleasure. We did say at the start we would shake on it at the end, so let's shake on it.
Right.
We both put in a good effort, and we did miss some weeks out of Premier League predictions. As you know, we didn't do the podcast every week. We tried, but so we couldn't get our final results in. So Jamie, well actually, should we just go? Well,
No, you go first.
I'll go first.
You go first.
See if you've won this already. See if this is a poker face. This is the best poker face I've ever seen in my entire life.
Go first.
So if you include my 38 points I got for the league predictions plus the top assist and top goal scorer, I also got for my bottom results for...
There were me just 2 seconds there. Did I put my 5 points up for Salah? Allan, I did.
No, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I don't
I thought that was a Spurs.
Right, okay. If when I read out my results you're 5 points away, then
Didn't
we'll...
take into consideration, carry on.
So, then, for all my predictions throughout the year, I got 135 points. Give me, if my maths is correct, 173 points. What did you get?
I shit myself when you said 130 odd there.
Oh,
Right.
what did you get? What did you get, Jimmy? Be realistic.
140.
Yes! Finally! It's on writing that I am the best at making predictions. Get up, you. Come on. Well done. Do you know what? Put up a good fight. And do you know what? I shouldn't even give you credit, but do you know what? I'm going to be nice to you. You made some bold choices. One of them in particular really worked. You know what? You gave it a fair result. So, Jamie, I know we've sort of half mentioned it, but do you want to do this again for the World Cup?
I'm going to get my revenge in the World Cup.
We may have to. Well, I'll speak to you then. Well, we'll speak to you then.
World Cup starts in...
Right, okay, I might as well say it now though, right? But due to college work and other commitments me and Jamie have, this will be the last podcast for roughly a month, probably. So the World Cup might be in effect. So if it is, what we'll do is that we'll make our predictions. We promise that we'll make them before the World Cup starts. We'll fold it up so we don't know what it is, and then when we get into a podcast, we'll do a similar prediction show like we did at the start of the podcast for this.
The issue being with the World Cup is going to be much more difficult because games are played 3 a day.
Yeah.
At 3 different times.
So I don't think we could do the point system.
We can't do the point system.
However, we can
top
do
scorer, top assister.
Who'll get? So Jamie, with the World Cup coming up, are you man enough, is the question, to go head to head against the PL champion to do World Cup predictions for £10? We will agree obviously rules closer to the time, but do you agree?
I agree, £10.
Shaking it.
£10.
That's enough £10 in the bag, boys.
For that display, I'm not confident whatsoever. I'm going to come in with a fresh mindset though.
Oh.
Alright.
I mean, I appreciate your honesty, you know. It's a good mindset.
Realistic.
Oh, not even optimistic Jamie anymore.
Realistic.
Pessimistic Jamie on the hoose.
Wanker.
Right, so before we end this, we decided that we kind of, we've sort of a good time watching football mostly. I mean, granted, in the Champions League we've enjoyed ourselves more, but, still enjoyed ourselves watching the Prem. So there is a current team of the season, however, I think we should make our own, because there's some I don't agree with, so...
Are we going to make one each, or are we going to make...
No, I think we should make one and we have to decide on the players, right? So,
Agreed.
So first formation, what are we going to do?
I'm going to... Right, there's 2 ways. We either go with a basic 4-3-3, or we go with a 4-1-3-1. 3. Aye.
4.
No wait. 4 and a 4 at the back.
Yeah, 1 DM.
1 DM. 2 midfielders, sorry.
2.
And then
2 strikers.
3 across the top now.
3.
Aye.
Aye, so 4-3-3 then.
And is that listed the first time?
Aye.
Aye,
So
4-3-3 or...
aye, okay, let's do 4-3-3 then, with
Aye.
a defensive mid and 2 like central midfielders.
Aye, sorry, that's what I was trying to get. It was just... I get confused sometimes.
So in goal, De Gea. I mean, there's no other point arguing this there.
Nah, I would say De Gea to be honest. Ederson's very close, but
De Gea's had the best season.
by far.
Right back. Wait, actually, before we get further, do you want to bring up the actual team this season?
Actual team season bear with.
You'll see who it actually is and then see if
The
it
Europa
is.
League finals tonight, by the way, just in case you...
Is that actually?
Yeah. Atletico's 1-0 up at half time.
Is it?
Yeah. Just point it out there. Right, what was it doing? BPL
Team of the season, 2017-18.
team of the season. Right, okay, I've got it.
Right, who's in right back for them?
Oh fuck, you want me to do it as well?
Well, we'll just say like who's in right back for them.
Right, okay, a bit with. Oh shit. It's brought up every team of the season.
Just this year.
It just, no, the thing is, it converts you straight to FIFA. Right, okay, so it was De Gea and goals.
Yeah.
As
Who's right back?
Kyle Walker.
Do you think Walker's fair for our team, or do you have any other suggestions? I think Walker is.
I think it's fair, but I would also argue the point Valencia of Man U
Okay.
has had a good season, one to remember.
I still think Walker's.
I think Walker is going to take it,
Okay.
100%. But Valencia is so close to you,
Yeah.
you don't even realise.
Fair. Centre back. Who's the two?
No, say yours first, and then we'll refer to what's.
I actually want to see what the team was first though, because I want to see if like I agree or not with it. I think it's best
Yeah,
like.
right, okay, we'll go off that then. Right,
Sorry,
okay,
who's the
Vertonghen
first?
was the right centre back. I'm not changing that. My thoughts is 100% Vertonghen was.
I think I agree with Vertonghen.
I think it was a great. All season long.
Yeah. Who's the other?
Otamendi was the other one.
I think I didn't actually realise Otamendi made it. I was going to suggest Otamendi. Is there? What about? I kind of feel like there was unfair to name any Burnley players. What about Taros? I cannot pronounce his name. Tarkovsky for Burnley. I know maybe he hasn't been at the level, but if we're going to suggest something else, like if you think from where he's come from, to get Burnley 7th, pretty mad.
Yes, but he didn't concede the least amount of goals in the whole league. That's why I was thinking about Otamendi in this. I think.
What about we replace what if we keep Otamendi in then, but we replace Vertonghen with...
No, absolutely not. I'm not moving Vertonghen. Vertonghen's had a phenomenal season. I'll allow you to move Otamendi on the grounds that you're very much dead set on this Burnley centre back.
I think, genuinely from what I've seen, and like you've got to remember as well, like Man City have they have Stones, they have company in defence. Yes, I know Otamendi's been their best one, but they've got Ederson in goal, who's been the best goalkeeper. If De Gea wasn't there this season, he'd be the best goalkeeper.
Conceded the least.
I think from what Burnley are, bear in mind this is the first season in the Prem, he's playing Championship last season, I think he has to get in there.
This is...
How can I spell it?
TT. This is...
Sounds Russian, doesn't it?
This is one... it doesn't have it.
Left back.
This is a controversial one. I think given he played every game, Andy Robertson would have been my pick. I'm still heavily dead set on him being there.
Yeah.
However, the only consistent player for this one club is Marco Alonso.
I think Alonso's getting a hard rep for it, and yes, he did score a lot of goals, but Chelsea were sort of saying Chelsea fans were sort of saying he didn't defend at all. And I can kind of see why. The thing, let's be real though, there's not been one world class left back this year in the Prem.
No.
There's been really good ones, but there's not been one world class one.
Absolutely.
And I think Robertson
Has been the best putting him over, in my opinion.
Mm.
I think attackingly and defensively, because he's done it in the Champions League.
He didn't get his goal until the last day of the season, but he was constantly bombed down, providing good balls in for our players.
Phenomenal.
Dan Robertson.
I'd happily put Robertson in there over Marco Alonso.
Right, Robertson. Right, so our DM, who did they play 4-3-3?
They did indeed, yeah.
Who was their first? Who was their?
They put a rather peculiar DM. They put De Bruyne.
I mean, it was playing deeper. I mean,
it was just a bit. No, it's just we could easily swap to.
Okay,
David Silva.
Right, so David Silva and De Bruyne have to be in there for me.
Oh, 100%.
So shall we put them as like our two?
Well, Silva's your DM. He's a
Silva? David Silva the DM?
He's your DM, he's deeper than De Bruyne. But regardless, it doesn't make a difference, it's whoever on the team.
Let's just put
De Bruyne and David Silva.
Silva.
The third one, it's controversial to some people, but Eriksen
From Tottenham.
was their third choice. I can't argue the point.
Is there anyone else? I'm trying to think if there's anyone else.
The only one I would maybe hold my hands up and say, look, had a good season was Pogba.
What about Matic?
I was going to say Matic as well, but Pogba, Matic for defensively.
Yeah.
Those would be my two.
You could have Matic as like the DM and have Silva and De Bruyne further up.
I know, but I feel like I'm doing a disservice to Pogba there. Because without Pogba there was no attacking threat.
Yeah, but if we're looking for more, I think we should be looking for more
I mean, if
defensive.
we're building a team, you take Matic there, because the other two are going to...
I'm not saying like as a team though, I'm saying like as the, as like, who deserved to be in team of the season? Do you think Pogba? Do you think... I think
both, but Pogba takes the edge on...
Is there anyone else we can think of?
When you look at your top couple of teams, Liverpool never had a standout midfielder.
Yeah, they've had good
They've had
midfielders.
great midfielders all season.
Chelsea have had, well, Bakayoko we spoke about as being shite.
Fabregas was the only half decent one.
Yeah, Arsenal didn't have anyone. Ramsey a push, but he wouldn't get into team this season.
No, Xhaka, fuck's sake, what am I saying? Eriksen was the only midfielder from Tottenham I'd really put in there.
Yeah. Man United, Matic and Pogba we can argue with.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't have put...
What about actually?
Pascal Gross.
Actually, Pascal Gross could...
He's the only other one.
The only other one I was going to suggest is Milivojevic from Crystal Palace. He got 10 goals, he was the best player.
I wouldn't have
I think Gross has done better, so we pick Gross.
100% go with Gross, yeah. I'd fit him rather than Pogba and Matic, only on the grounds we couldn't come to an agreement.
Gross, I think, as well, has played better than both. Well, maybe not better. Maybe not.
We can come to an agreement, Gross has had the better season than...
Right, so, right one, Salah.
Aye. 100%.
And then...
It's Kane.
Right, that's a difficult one though, right? I think, I know this is a wee bit controversial, I think Sterling deserves to be in there over Son.
Fuck.
I genuinely do.
Right, here's what I'll say to you, right? Aguero got the pick for left wing. Right?
Aguero could be in there as well. You could also have Firmino in there. I think Sterling.
No. I think he had a good season, great season. But he was helped more by the team and he was spoon fed a lot of stuff. Although he made a good deal of chances himself and 10, 11 assists isn't a bad going. But he wasn't as good as Firmino. He wasn't as at a push as good as Sané. One thing that ruined Sané's whole fucking season was being back pocketed by Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's arguably a right back selection in that team of the season.
Yeah, I think Walker edges it though.
It does. That was the one season that let. There was one thing in the whole season that let Sané down, right? Because it is a big game. It's a big deal. Getting backpocketed in a game like that, definitely, right? I see, to be honest with you, it's between Aguero and Sané for me.
Well, I'd go to Sané over I'd go Sané over Aguero.
I'd probably say I agree with that. Sterling's had a great season, but
alright, I'll let it go.
Part of me just doesn't feel like he needs to be in there over Sané or Aguero.
Okay, well, so our team this season is De Gea in goals, Walker at right back, Vertonghen at right centre back, Tarkovsky, or how you pronounce it, centre back, Robertson at left back, Pascal Gross as centre mid along with De Bruyne and David Silva, right mid, Mo Salah, striker Harry Kane, and left wing Leroy Sané. It's a good team.
Well, 2 players away from being the exact.
Really, 2. Who were the 2 that were? No, 3, weren't we?
We took Eriksen out.
Yeah, we also took
Aguero.
Alonso out.
Oh shit, I forgot about the left back.
You could argue for Firmino, you could argue for Aguero to be in the team. And but I think though, like, let's just say, well, like Kane, obviously Kane's going to be in there because he's the second top goal scorer. Sané, I just think he's on more as a whole though to sort of earn, and I take you agree with me. Can I agree on that team?
Aye. There's one player I would have rather than and it's Firmino, but
yeah, but let's be real, he didn't. If this was Champions League team this season, he would have gotten it. But Prem, he doesn't cut it above Kane and Sané for me to get in there.
See, that's where we maybe differ. I say no against Kane because Kane's prolific.
But you think Firmino instead of Sané?
I think Firmino's been more of an asset to his club than Sané has.
Do you want to change? We could put him in left wing. Well,
I feel like Firmino, there's a case for both, but
you want to go Firmino?
See if Sané wasn't in the squad.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, I agree.
Firmino is the most underrated player there has been since.
I don't think he's underrated anymore. I think everyone now realises.
I think he's getting recognition. I don't think he's been realised of how good he is.
No, okay, so we'll change right then. So we've got, maybe this is biased because it's Liverpool. We've got now 3 Liverpool players in there, but
I would have said biased. Salah, you're not going to argue.
Yeah, no, you can't argue Salah.
Robertson's arguable.
Yeah, he's arguable because he only started playing since Christmas.
People are knowledgeable that will choose Firmino, but
I mean, I think
Sané this season City had. That's the thing.
So yeah, before we end, is there anything else we need to? I think that's everything. Oh yeah, before we go then, who's apart from who do you think was your player of the season then? Salah, I take it.
Player of the season.
Yeah, for BPL. It's Salah, isn't it?
Salah.
Yeah, same. Who was though your worst player of the season? Have you changed your mind? Are you still?
Oh, Rata. Nah. I did change it. Nah.
Okay, let's make it 2 categories. Worst signing,
okay,
and because we all know best signing's going to be Salah. We're not going to argue that. Best. Right, let's argue. Worst signing and worst. Worst signing. And also like the worst player, just in general, right? So worst signing.
Was Timmy back out awful.
I agree.
Money
expected big things.
Money absolutely would not well spent. Oh, that's poor. Robbery.
Clearly thought it was going to be done by now.
That
Apologies.
is absolutely abysmal.
Just going to turn off the alarm.
Absolutely abysmal.
I apologise. It's the first time in a while since it's happened.
Abysmal. Right, so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
Timmy Bakayoko.
Worst.
Worst signing by far. Shit season. They were cheering when he got subbed off. It was just embarrassing.
Right.
I would go down as far to say he was the worst player as well. But if we're swapping it, if we're not allowed the same player.
Yeah. Say someone else. Well, I'll check it out. I'd say in fact, no, actually, I'm going to agree. No, okay, worst signing. It's between him and Dave. I think actually maybe Klassen could be argued to be worse than him.
Nah.
He hasn't played since like December.
Yes. But
Actually, do you know what? No, to be different to you, I'm going to say Klassen is the worst signing.
But Bakayoko
Who's
was played and
so
consistently played and been consistently dog shit.
true.
David Klass has played, not the
Dog shit.
chance.
But he's been dog shit when he
But
plays.
he's not the chance like Bakayoko has.
True. Okay, so
It'll be
then.
different on that.
So then, worst player that was already acclaimed, I think you and me can both agree, it's probably Christian Benteke. Well, for me anyway, it's Christian Benteke.
100%.
He-
Questions.
There was a stat on match today that, you know, the expected goals thing, or goal scoring chances, so obviously chances where he should score goals. He should be, apparently, according to the stat, if you put away everything, which, you know, you're not going to, but, you know, it should be roughly in for about the 50% mark, they said. He's meant to be, according to expected goals, on 24 goals this season, right? So, do what they say it should be half, so roughly 12, you know, which, you know, isn't brilliant, but it's okay. It's respectable for a lower halves team.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 Premier League goals. Remember how good he was as well with Villa and that. I thought going to Crystal Palace would sort him out, but he needs a move away from there.
He needs.
I don't know what he needs.
Now look, 24 goals is what he should have been.
Yeah.
A big part of that is due to Saha. Can I just squeeze it in there? No, he's easily the worst player for the.
Yeah, let's agree.
It's hard to contract with.
Either that or Joe Hart. But Joe Hart's will technically a new signing.
Yeah.
So we'll take Joe Plus as well, kept a whole 4 clean sheets this year. The joint worst.
Well done.
It's like funny, see if he went to Russia, like people would. I know we said we wouldn't talk about England again, but I have respect for Southgate that he's actually dropping the players they should be opposed to, like
The
Roy
Russian
Hodgson.
World Cup for England looks promising on the grounds of the players being picked. It's
They picked is apart from like for me, especially like Shelby, I think they've picked pretty much the right people exactly.
Aye, Shelby is one.
I think Loftus-Cheek over Shelby's a bit of a silly one, but
I like Shelby as a player.
also as well Welbeck, but they didn't really have a 4th striker. I would have taken Peter Crouch over him.
Andy Carroll, mate.
Andy Carroll's got like half a leg, you need to limp
Yeah,
into
he had a great season for West Ham this season. Scored a lot of their goals.
Nah. So yeah, that's the end of our Premier League thing. I know it's been a long time coming with what we're going to do now, Jay. We're going to have to talk about something other than football. Oh no, wait, the World Cup's coming up, never mind. Before we go as well, this may be, one of the last times you see us in this spot. We might have to come back again, but you'll see us. In fact, no, I'm going to put it there. You'll definitely see us in a new spot for the next podcast, providing something really weird happens between now and then. So look forward to having us in a new studio. Hopefully as well we'll have better quality mics and it looks nicer in general. But yeah, Jamie, it's been a pleasure to earn £10 off you.
Wanker.
I know.
Take contact, listen.
Yeah, I could. But yeah, until next time, I've been Liam Whyte. A happy Liam Whyte, shall I say.
And I've been the Jamie Allan.
A sad Jamie Allan.
Nah.
Yeah.
Confident to the World Cup, Jamie Allan.
Yeah, it's fine though. He knows that I'm now the best. And until, I was going to say next week, but it won't be next week. Until soon. We'll say at some point soon.
Okay.
We will see you next time. Goodbye.
See you later.
Mad.
Bit of a major. A whole fucking 30 points.